The Mishnah Berurah wrote an introduction to this siman about Suda Shlishit. Mishnah Berurah does that whenever he feels that there's background knowledge that is important to have in order to understand the halacha properly. Let's learn this introduction together. The Shulchan Aruch says that you have to be careful about Suda Shlishit. And this is what the Gemara says. The Gemara in Shabbat, Kuf Yud Chet, that a person is obligated to eat 3 meals on Shabbat, and this obligation is connected to a pasuk, and that's a pasuk in Shmot, Perek Tet Zayin, pasuk 25. Those of you who are interested in looking it up, the pasuk says, "Vayom Moshe ichluhu hayom, ki Shabbat hayom Lashem, hayom lo timtza'uhu basadeh." The reference, of course, is a reference to man, to the man that was given out, and on Shabbat there was no man. And so the Gemara says that Tlata Hayom Katuv Bikra Zeh. This pasuk has the word Hayom, today. That word is featured 3 times in the pasuk. V'amru Chazal, Kol HaMekayem Shalosh Su'udot B'Shabbat Nitzol Mishalosh Por Aniyot. It's very important, because if you eat 3 meals on Shabbat, you are saved from 3 disasters. Mechevlo shel Mashiach, when the Mashiach comes, there'll be a lot of difficulty. You won't have that. Midina shel Gehenom, from the judgment of hell. Umimilchemet Gog uMagog, and from the battles, the wars of Gog uMagog. In other words, Chazal emphasized that eating the 3rd meal on Shabbat was not only an obligation, but in some ways a greater obligation than eating any of the other meals that you eat on Shabbat. And even a poor person, the Mishnah Berurah continues and says, who goes from place to place, he can demand the 3rd meal on Shabbat. He can demand that the people support him in eating 3 meals. And this is clearly stated in the Shulchan Aruch in Yoreh Deah, Reish Nun 250. So that the Mishnah Berurah is very clear that we not only have an obligation to eat the 3rd meal, but we have an obligation to make sure that those who are poor, impoverished, or are not able to fend for themselves, that they are also able to eat Suda Shlishit. It's our obligation to eat the meal, and it's our obligation to make sure that everyone else in the community, even if he's just passing through, has the wherewithal to eat Suda Shlishit.